And today we are talking about the importance of social media. Alex, you are a guru and your webinars are amazing. You talk about the importance of Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Instagram, in my opinion, is very underestimated by agents and they focus just on Facebook. But what's your opinion on it?
So first of all, Facebook owns Instagram.
Okay.
Right? So why did they buy Instagram? They bought Instagram because it's the fastest growing social media network. What I find is agents have a lot of difficulty getting their Facebook business pages to get a lot of exposure. Getting likes on your Facebook business page is pretty difficult. Getting friends on Facebook, sure, and you max out when you have 5,000 friends. But on Instagram, you can get followers daily, overnight, within an hour. We do this webinar where we show people exactly where to go, and they can go discover people right on their phone that they can connect with on Instagram. And instantly they can have more followers. They can start connecting with their sphere. They can start connecting with other local venues, with local business owners. They can really get their name out there and find connections quickly. And if you think about it, pre-COVID, we used to go to a lot of breakfast networking groups. We go to meet people at a lot of social events and like conferences, and now we don't have that much. So people are forced to go online. So Instagram and Facebook that has gone up 40%. And what's the beautiful thing is that on Facebook, you can go into Facebook groups and start connecting to different groups, right? Could be your local PTA, could be the local karate club, whatever it is that you're into, connect with that group. And then on Instagram, besides connecting with your sphere, you can start looking for local places like Port Washington, Miami Beach, and find different local groups on Instagram and start connecting with those followers, and you'll expand your network overnight.
Oh, that is wonderful. Do you think that, for example, I'm in real estate business. Do you think I should only include real estate professionals and maybe my neighborhood and cafes and restaurants that I enjoy? What's your opinion?
I think a lot of people say, well, I don't want to follow other realtors. They're my competition. I don't want them to know what I'm doing. But I'll tell you one story. I was at a real estate office and an agent just started following other realtors. And she had a deal fall through for a listing. And she was on her Instagram and some other realtor posted a listing. And it was a perfect match for her client. So faster than the MLS, she got wind of this listing, they went under contract and they closed the deal. If she had not followed that other realtor, she would have never got the deal. So I mean, in some cases, Instagram is real-time updates about property. So why not follow other realtors? But don't just stop there, follow local businesses too. And don't just stop there, follow all the people in your sphere. Think about the superintendent of schools, right? If you're trying to connect with that local audience. Think about the karate club, the social club, the JCC, all the different places where people hang out. Let's connect with those people on social media too.
That is true. I didn't think about it that way, but now I will.
Yeah, there you go.
But I'm very close to 1,000. So
That's sweet.
Yeah. So how many followers do you think you should have on Instagram?
So we do a poll when we do our webinars of the agents on the webinar. Hey, how many followers do you have? And most realtors, anywhere between 200 to 500 followers now is the range that we see. You definitely want to be shooting for 10,000 followers.
10,000 followers.
10,000 is where you can actually have stories and you can actually have a swipe up feature that links to a property, links to your website. So you get a lot more engagement that way. And if you just have a few hundred followers, don't expect big results and don't get frustrated either. It just means you don't have enough audience. It's like you're in the forest and you're screaming. Nobody hears you, right? You need to get more and more followers.
So what I did, and actually one of your employees recommended, I had a professional video done inviting everyone to join and to follow me on Instagram, and then I boosted.
There you go.
So that was helpful. Immediately it got me like 300 followers in a couple weeks.
There you go. That's genius. I love it.
So,
who was that? Which employee was that?
That was Gabriel.
That's a genius idea. Gabriel is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is great. Now he's working with me on another project that what I think that I'm going to do with my Instagram, every time I have something important taking place, like for example, lunch with Lucy, I'm going to boost that as well.
Yeah. Going live, boosting, these are great ways to get more exposure.
What about stories, Instagram stories for 15
Absolutely.
seconds?
Absolutely. You got to be doing stories. The thing with the stories is that they expire after 24 hours. So you can either store them into your highlights, which are the circles on the bottom,
Okay.
or you can just keep feeding, what I call it, feeding the beast. Keep feeding your story so it stays alive. And as long as you put something in there every 24 hours, you're always going to have a live story.
Oh, I understand. So you can have different stories once a day and they will all be alive.
Yeah, the story feature is like documenting your day, right? Like today we're doing this interview, that should go up in your story. Whatever else you're doing, you're going to get lunch today, put that in your story. You know, you're driving today to some other real estate office, put that in your story. Document your day as a realtor, as a professional. People do like to watch reality TV. That's why stories exist. That's why reels exist. YouTube, same kind of deal.
So how many stories a day you should post and how many videos you should post? We're talking Instagram only right now.
So it's not a number of stories, like it's one big story. So you're feeding the story of your life, let's say, with different segments. It could be a 15-second clip here, a 10-second clip here, it could be a photo over there, and all of it strings together to create your story.
Okay.
Right? So there's really no limit. I mean, you could upload 100 different pieces to a story a day. Some people like Grant Cardone or major social media, Ryan Serhan, major social media influencers, they're feeding their stories all day long.
All day long.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time, for sure. You got to figure out what's the best leverage for your time. Like you said, you ask people on a certain network to follow you. Realtors and professionals should be thinking about, where do you have the most audience? If it's LinkedIn, maybe that's where you go to invite people to follow you on Instagram. If it's Facebook, do a video on Facebook inviting people to follow you on Instagram. You have to go where your people are. You know, back in the day, we used to put an ad on a shopping cart in the supermarket because that's where the people were.
Right.
Now the people are on social media. So you just have to find them, connect with them, and invite them.
So what I've been doing lately as well, every time I connect with someone on either LinkedIn or Facebook, I'm saying thank you for connecting, it's great. Follow me on Instagram, and then I put Lucy Edwards VHT and included, and I've been getting connections that way as well.
Yeah, there you go. That's the way to do it. Just got to keep networking. I mean, you know the name of the game. It's networking all day.
Networking, yep, day and night networking.
Exactly.
Well, thank you.
Social media just makes it easier, really.
It is indeed. And yes, it will take a little time or some time, but I think it's worth it.
It's totally
And
worth
I definitely made a lot of very great friends on social media and met very interesting people that led me to meetings and introductions and also growing my business. So it's not just growing my network, it's actually growing my business.
And it's not an overnight success story. So people shouldn't expect to get results overnight with social media. You're actually laying a foundation and building all these relationships, and it's you posting your stories, sharing about you on social media, that people follow you over time. It's like you said when you came in here, oh, I just found out, about your girlfriend. How would you know? Social media. Otherwise, how would you know?
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
It's like that whole relationship actually is getting built without you actually being on the phone building it, which is really a beautiful thing when you think about it.
So would you say it should be mix and match, professional and personal?
Absolutely. I mean, the more authentic and real you can be, that's when it's just going to flow. And I used to be the type of person that I would hide this part of my life, like I like to do meditation. Oh, but I'm not going to tell people I do meditation. And then it's like, oh, I like to do this. I'm not going to tell them I like to do this. Now I just put it all out there and people see the real me, and I think they connect with me now.
I think when I put videos with my grandson, I definitely have more feedback and comments than I have on my videos about floor plans and photography, that's for sure.
Well, that's the thing. We got to combine the real with the professional. I mean, the professional can be boring sometimes, but we want to combine the two, and that creates a nice flow for everybody.
Correct. Well, I would like for everyone to visit my channel, vht.com/learn, and register for my next lunch with Lucy. And actually, Alex, you were my guest, about 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago. Great success. I still have comments on social media about how wonderful the event was. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Look forward
All
to the next
best.
one.
Yeah, great. Thank you.